morning. It's welcome to another episode of Inside Turn 2. This is Brian, and today we're going to walk you through how we do our blackouts for our privacy blackouts. So you can block off your windows and keep those prying eyes out. And you know, got some racing secrets you want to keep secret, then you know, this is a good way to do it. Or a lot of customers will camp out in their trailers at nighttime, and you know, this is a good way to have some privacy there as well. But anyway, I'm going to start you know, with our Velcro, and we're going to sew a piece on the top and bottom, and then we'll build the blackout itself that's going to cover the window. All right, so let's just get started. Get our first couple of pieces laid out here. And you'll see there's a visitor here in the shop this morning. Smudge, the cat, is walking around doing security checks, I guess. So we'll cut out two of this piece of this double-sided Velcro. Get some more. And we'll go over to the Juki and we'll sew these two pieces on. All right, we'll get things ready over here at the Juki, and we'll sew these first two pieces on. Get it lined up where I need it to be. And we'll start sewing. This is a great machine. Great machine. I'd like to remember my buddy Miles. That was the original owner of this machine. He was a good friend, and I miss him a lot. All right, I'm gonna bury this needle. I do things kind of different than what a lot of people do. It's just my weird ways, I guess. I'll back stitch it there to lock it in. Pull this up, and then I'll do the other side. Then once I do the other long side, I'll go back and sew down the ends. But this way I don't have to twist and turn on the curtain a lot. Get rid of this long piece here. And then we'll go down this side. Again, other people will do it different. This is just the way I do it. Back stitch, lock that thing in, keep it from unraveling. And keep an eye, I think my bobbin is getting low. I sewed a couple of long pieces over the weekend. So I'm just going to keep an eye on when the bobbin will run out. The good thing about this machine is the automatic bobbin rewind, which will rewind the bobbin as I'm sewing and then stop once it's full. Okay, sneak up to the end, and we'll back stitch to lock it in. There we go. All right. So now, we'll go ahead and snip that off, get that little dangler off there. And we'll cut that loose down there, and then we'll do our two little ends. And these are pretty simple. We'll just run a couple stitches down the sides, get rid of this little straggler on this side. We'll clean up the other side when we get ready to finish it up and box it up. Set my needle and go. Just a couple little stitches, all we're going to need. All right. Up. clean it up. And we'll do the other side. All right. Now bare needle. And we'll get this side locked in. And we'll do the other side. Now I'll skip past, I mean it's the same thing. So I'll skip past doing the other side and then we'll continue on with the making the actual blackout itself. All right, so here's our blackout that the material we're gonna use to make our blackout with. It's as you can see, you're not going to see through that. My fan here is blowing it a little bit, but there's the front and there's the back. So what we'll do is we'll create a hem around all four sides. We'll sew the hem, then we'll come back and sew the other part of the Velcro to the blackout. So we'll measure that out now. So we're going to do about a 1-inch hem all the way around. Double check here. Yeah. So we'll do a 1-inch hem all the way around. We'll mark it out. Mark this part. Now I use this chalk to mark mine out with because it's easy to clean off and it leaves just enough of a mark to where you can see where you gotta go. Doesn't leave a big mark, it just stays there and the customer gets it and they see all these marks and whatnot on their curtain that they paid big money for. Or to me, it's big money. It doesn't matter, I guess it doesn't matter what kind of money it is, their money. So you want to get them the best bang for their buck that you can get them. And the last side. This out. And kind of line it up. Yep. So now we'll move back over to the Juki and we'll sew some hems. Stand by. All right, we're over here at the Juki. We'll get our first hem lined up here, and I'll guide off the inside of the foot here to kind of make sure everything stays as even as possible. And we'll just go for it. Always lock it in. I always like to try to keep the material folded ahead of me instead of trying to play catch up once it gets to the needle. And here we go. This Juki, I tell you, from the other machine I started with to this one was night and day. It was just a regular electric motor. This servo motor really gives you good control. Unbelievable how much difference it is. I love it. There we go, lock that side in now. What I'll do next is I'll move over to the opposite side and run the first line of stitching over there. We'll come back and we'll stitch this other side as well. Clean up the ends there. Then we'll, like I said, again, we'll clean up everything. Get all the little loose ends off. Irish pendants, as we called it in the Navy. All right. So we'll get this set, and we'll do this. Lock her in, and we'll go. All right, that side's good. Now we'll do the two short ends, and then we'll run another hem all the way around. Lock it in. All right. If you'd have asked me a couple years ago, before we started doing this, if I would be sewing anything, I'd have said you lost your damn mind. But as they say, you know, you gotta, especially being in business, the more you can control in-house, I think the better we are. That way, if it's anybody's fault, it's your fault. I guess that's good and bad, but you know, I'd rather be in control over as much as possible as far as the business goes. Same thing on the racing communication side. You know, we deal directly with manufacturers overseas, and you know, we don't deal too much anymore with other companies within the States. I got one that we work with when we need to, and because we use the same manufacturers overseas, and if I don't have something they have it, then we can get it from them if I gotta get it out right away. But now we're pretty good on radio inventory. I think we've probably got 6 months worth of inventory on hand right now. So if you're looking for racing communications to go with your trailer curtain, give us a call. We can certainly take care of that. We've been doing that a long time, over 20 years. So now we're going to run to the outside perimeter, all the way on the outside, and lock this down. We'll sneak up on the edge here by hand. There we go. Now, we'll just leave the needle down, and we'll just turn her around. Put the foot back down. Now, this thing has a knee lift, and I'm so long-legged, it doesn't, it's uncomfortable for me, so I just use my hand to pull it up. But anyway, we'll just let her run. Let's get rid of this stuff so we don't get it tangled up underneath. Same thing, sneak up on the edge. There we go. And twist. Last one. Clean these guys off. Now we'll also go around and we'll send all the tiny pieces down with the lighter. Come on there we go. That'll be that. And we'll just reverse it on this last one. Lift it up, get the needle up out of the way, release the thread, and we'll cut her down. Okay, so you can see this pretty decent stitch there. It's not going to come loose, and this machine does a really good job. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our Velcro to this side, and then this panel will be done. Let me reach over here and get the Velcro. Excuse me. All right, so now we're going to make sure we use the opposite side to sew this on as what we put on the back of the curtain. So the curtain gets the smooth side, and then the lockout itself will get the hook side. So we'll just do it the easy way. Get our two pieces cut. I cut it a little bit proud. That way if there's any stretching or shrinking, you know, we're good to go. We'll get this matched up. Cut another piece and we'll sew them on. There we go. That's close enough. I'll trim it at the end. All right. We got these ready. We'll make sure we got the right side out. For me, I always start on the inside. I don't know why, but that's what I do. All right, so we'll get this piece sewed on, and then we'll sew the other piece on, and this block out will be done. I'll just keep it as close to the edge as possible. Make sure it's nice and neat. And I don't mind this piece overhanging for now. We'll go back and trim it off. We'll lock it. And we'll go to the other side. Clean off these pieces as we're going, and we'll do the other side, then we'll do the ends. And again, this machine came from a very good friend of mine's company. We started our business about the same time, way back 20 years ago. And he just became a really good friend, and unfortunately, about a year and a half ago or so, he passed away, and I was able to make a deal with his family and buy his equipment and some materials that he had. And we miss him. He was a good guy, wealth of knowledge. So it just goes to show you, you know, we don't never know what our time is. So just enjoy what the heck it is you want to enjoy. Don't sweat the small stuff. Live your life like you want to live your life and makes you happy. Don't let people bring you down. Do what it is that makes you happy, and be respectful to others and be kind to other people. That's in my old age. soon to be 60 in December. That's just kind of what I've learned, especially over the past few years. We've been through it as a personally and as a company. We've been through about as much as any person can go through, and somehow we come through it every time. So if you think that, and I'll turn this off. If you think that it won't, what you're facing is insurmountable, it's not. Believe me, we have been in it. Bad spots, and fortunately we've been able to get through all of them. So don't let it, my biggest thing is every time we send a curtain out or anything out, I worry to death, and I don't know why I do it. It's not going to fit, not going to do this, but something's going to happen. And 99.99999% of the time, there are no issues. If there's an issue, we'll fix it. Got no problem. Are we always on time? No. But as you can see, that most of the work here is done by me. That includes all of the design work. You know, if we got to do artwork, I have some help with that, but a lot of times that's me as well at nighttime. And now, I'm going to say one thing. Sundays is my time and my family's time. I will not answer a message on a Sunday. Please respect that. Call me on Monday. Saturdays are by appointment. If you want to talk to something about something on a Saturday, email me, text, whatever. Text the business number, and I'll let you know if I got time. But Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 is, we make ourselves available. Uh-oh. I think we got a little, let's see, maybe we just, but we do get a lot of calls, so don't get mad if we don't respond in 5 minutes after you call. We get a ton of calls, and being in this building, my cell phone is not the best sometimes with the reception. Our reception here stinks. And so it's not intentional. We do get a lot of messages, and I do try to get back to them. If I don't get back to you in that same day, feel free to call the next day. Just be professional. Be polite. Life's too short. And I just think about my buddy Miles whenever that comes up. So, all right, lock that one down. All right, and one more little stitch, and this blackout is done. We'll go fit it on the curtain. Then clean up all the edges here that we need to clean up. All right. A lot of things we'll do is we'll get the long pieces off. And we'll cinch them down. That way we know they're not going to pull loose or get caught on anything. Like these, I don't know if you can see. Those jagged edges, we'll clean them up by melting them down. All right. And there's a Turn 2 privacy window block off, handmade in-house. Now let's go try it on the window. All right, here it is on the window or on the curtain. So hopefully you can see there's nobody gonna look through this. And we'll show you. Hold this curtain up. You're not seeing through it. Just like magic. All right. I just wanted to do a little demonstration instructional video on how we do our blackouts for privacy in your trailer curtain. If you got any questions, feel free to drop a comment, and we'll do something else later in the week. I want to do some radio stuff coming up, and we'll do some information on those. And again, these are just first videos I've ever done, so they're going to get better. I just appreciate the couple of followers that we have now. Man, I can't wait till we get to 100. You know, that's going to be a big step, and then we'll really get things cooking. But yeah, you know, if you need anything, our website is www.turn2rc.com, and any custom cover, custom trailer curtain, pit box covers, you know, and then the racing communication stuff, custom canopies, flags, table covers. If you're in the need for any of that, give us a call, and check us out online again at www.turn2rc.com. And thank you for watching today's video of Inside Turn 2, and we'll be glad to see you next time. Y'all have a great day. Thank you. Bye.